Welcome to the FIA Formula 3 European Championship. We're on the legendary track of Imola, round 10 of the Formula 3 season at the Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari. A track famous for its history in motorsports and, for sure, for the Tifosi. A special track for the young guns of Formula 3 that are fighting for the title and podiums. It's also still a place for the Formula 1 heroes of former times.
I spent my half racing life here with Ferrari. In old days we used to circuit every day and had myself a lot of accidents here. One very bad one, I nearly lost my life in the first corner in Damborello, but then I lost Ayrton as a good friend there, and so we've seen a lot of tragedy here, but we had also a great time here. In the end of the day, I love to come here. I think Italy is a very special motorsport country. I think Imola is a very special circuit. Drivers all like it, as we did in old days. I think you can show as a driver your potential here.
Coming to Imola, we have three drivers fighting for the championship title. Tom Blomqvist, 20 years of age. Young Goya Ayam team with Carlin. Deficit for the Englishman in the championship, 87 points. But in the last 6 races, still 150 up for grabs.
It's possible, mathematically possible, and we're not going to give up till it's really over. But for now, I have to win the races. So our sole focus at the moment is just getting as many points as possible, but mainly just to take pole positions and win races.
Max Verstappen, 17 years of age, rookie, son of Jos Verstappen, 77 points behind the leader. He'll be in the Formula 1 ranks next season, but nevertheless still focused on that F3 title.
Yeah, I mean, I still have 2 times the grid penalty for the engine change, so it will be very hard. I think I have to start 15th for the first race, so yeah, it will be very difficult.
And he is the leader, Esteban Ocon, 18 years of age, 9 victories for the Frenchman so far. He came to Imola to celebrate the title here with his Italian team, Prema Power.
I don't want to think too much about the championship. I mean, it's pressure for not much. The only thing I can do is, it's like before, doing poles and trying to win races.
Hello everyone, my name is Antonio Fuoco. I drive for Prema Power Team, and now I want to show you one lap for Imola circuit. This is the main straight where we do the top speed around 214, and then we arrive on the first corner, number 2 and 3, where we brake around 17 meters. We go to 6 to 4 gear, and then we go full throttle to 4 to 5, and we go to the chicane Villeneuve. We arrive in 6, we put 4, we jump to the curb, and then we go to Tosa, corner number 7, where we arrive in 5th and we put 2nd. In the next to this corner you go completely out, and then we put 4 and 5th. We arrive in the difficult corner, is Piratelle, where you arrive in 5th, you brake a little bit, and then you go again to full throttle and you touch a little bit the curves. This is Arco Minerali, where we arrive in 6th and we put 3rd. We jump to the curbs, and then exit, jump again to the curbs. Then we put 4th and 5th, we arrive in the Variante Alta, we brake around 15 meters, we jump to the first curb really hard and 2nd, and you go full throttle for this straight, where we go to Rivazza 1 and 2, there is a good straight, and then we brake around 17 meters, so you go to the first curb to the left, and again to Rivazza 2, you go again to the left curb, so now there is again the main straight, where we arrive to the top speed. This was one lap in Imola, and enjoy my race. Bye bye.
Qualifying could have been better for Antonio Fuoco. Just 7th place for the Ferrari junior driver at his home race here in Imola. On pole with 7/10 ahead of his teammate Esteban Ocon, the Lotus junior dominating the first qualifying and securing a perfect situation to defend his lead in the championship. Well, right next to him on the grid, 20-year-old Brit Jordan King, his best position in the season so far. Carlin driver claiming second place because Antonio Giovinazzi was set back on the grid due to a penalty from Nürburgring. Well, coming off the start in race one, perfect it was at the beginning for Esteban Ocon. Big gap right away to the number 5, Jordan King, and the 31 of Tom Blomqvist on second and third position. Coming to Tamburello chicane, 3 cars next to each other. Giovinazzi, Dennis and Rosenqvist in his orange Dallara fighting side by side, and the 25-year-old Forcho right in the centre of the picture. A real battle for 4th place raging on. It was tight out there, and amazing that everyone kept it clean. Well, even after the first corners, many cars next to each other. It was a lockout, it seemed. Sometimes the track just not apparently wide enough. And the number 10, Antonio Ferrucci, driving his first race with his new team, Fortec Motorsport, crashed into his teammate, Hongwei Cao.
We ran out of luck and room at the top of the hill going into turn 5, and you know, we think he might have been a bit blindsided, and I was in his blind spot, but what happened is racing, so look forward to qualifying in a couple of hours.
Right after, he had to shut down his car. Ferrucci was not that unsightly concerned, it seems, for his teammates' manoeuvre. In lap 3, the race was restarted, and this, of course, was the chance for more attacks in the field, while Ocon still leading comfortably. Felix Rosenqvist attacking the 31 of Tom Blomqvist on the way to Tamburello, and just behind Gustavo Menzies, taking a very bumpy shortcut in that fight with Roy Nissany. Meanwhile, out front, still the back of the Mercedes-Benz Dallara of number 2 Ocon leading the field. Black, I should say. Jordan King, Blomqvist in the 31 car, 27 car of Rosenqvist, Giovinazzi, Dennis and Auer all following on. Behind Jake Dennis, we see a car with the Red Bull design fighting for 8th place. Max Verstappen making his way from 15th place on the grid into the points by now. But now he has to face a big battle with Ocon's teammate Antonio Forco. Felix Sarales also within the battle. The start-finish straight. Verstappen 8th. And putting in some great manoeuvres out there. Verstappen still fighting, but for not losing so many points to Ocon, that's the battle he's concerned with. Next out in front, the Dutchman, Gerhard Berger's nephew. Well, 8th round, the Austrian, 8th lap I should say, Muka Motorsport, just holding ground. Not enough to let Esteban Ocon settle his nerves concerning the championship standings, but Verstappen still not in the mood to give up. On lap 13, it was the 28 Jake Dennis next in line, and again Verstappen coming out of the slipstream, heading to corner 1 Tamburello, trying to catch Dennis on the outside, but this one was a little over the top. Verstappen going off the track. Not good.
I was completely on the lock stops trying to avoid him, and then he took off over the curb, which forced me to hit the brakes. And yeah, luckily for me, I managed to carry on, and he went into the gravel.
But Verstappen's race journey was not over at this point. Number 25, Antonio Forco, right behind him.
And I got pushed off by Forco in the second to last corner. So for sure that was better for Esteban as well. His teammate helping me out of the track, but anyway, it's like that. And after, you know, if you are once in trouble, you stay in there, and I had a touch with Nissany as well.
After being a 3rd time off the track, there was no chance for Verstappen to collect any points. So this race was for sure a preliminary decision for the title, I guess you might say, as Esteban Ocon took the invulnerability of victory in his first race of the weekend. Felix Blomqvist, Rosenqvist I should say, with a short gravel ride without any consequence, thank goodness for him. Big cheers then for Premier Power Team, and of course their driver Esteban Ocon. But behind Ocon, Jordan King, who managed to claim 2nd place. Tom Blomqvist claimed 3rd spot, and with that he took 2nd place in the championship, and it's now the main opponent of Ocon, it seems, in the closing races.
So yeah, I heard after in the radio that Max didn't score a point. So yeah, it's something with the championship, but the weekend is not over yet.
Still looking for that first win of the season. I've had quite a few podiums now, so it's about time I got a win.
Good bunch of points. I don't think Max got any. So obviously that's the first hurdle, to try and get in front of him.
After a short break, we'll see if there's any chance for those haunted by the opening race and Ocon. Stay tuned.